If you have paid any attention to the NFL through 4 weeks, the one thing you know is that the Dallas Cowboys defense has been tormented by everybody. The lowest amount of points they allowed was in Week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles, where they scored 24 points. Since then, they've given up a total of 108 points over the course of the last 3 weeks. This has, of course, led to a lot of great fantasy football performances from all different positions, with all different skill levels. This week, the New York Jets have the privilege of taking on the Cowboys. I have 3 Jets players all ranked top 10 at their position, and 2 of them are top 5. What could go wrong? Justin Fields' Week 5 Fantasy Outlook. In the last 2 full games Fields has started in, he's been excellent for fantasy football. He scored 29.5 points in Week 1 and finished as the QB2 overall, and then last week, he scored 27.1 fantasy points and was the QB4. No team in the NFL allows more fantasy points per game to the QB position than Dallas at 27.4. In fact, here is a list of every QB to face the Cowboys and where they finished. Fields' floor is already so high due to his threat to run the ball. My prediction is that Fields will finish as the QB2 overall in Week 5, but at worst, he's the QB8. Garrett Wilson Week 5 Fantasy Outlook. The only bad game from Garrett Wilson came against the Bills when Fields was knocked out mid-game due to a concussion. Outside of that, he's been one of the more consistent options. Through 4 weeks, he's the WR5 overall and has had just one game where he did not score 20 fantasy points in PPR formats. Just like the QB position, the Dallas Cowboys also allow the most fantasy points per game to opposing WRs. At a whopping 49 points per game, the next closest is 41.7. We've seen massive performances by Malik Neighbors, Romeo Doubs, and even Luther Burden III. I have Wilson as the projected WR3 for the week. He should feast on this Cowboys secondary.